Hello, I'm Dr Mel and I am the Living Seas Coordinator for the Alderney Wildlife Trust. Welcome to my special reading time. This is for our Wildlife Week this year. Usually I do this in fancy dress, so I thought I'd still do it this year. Today I'm actually wearing my wedding headdress, which I hope you can identify is a lovely octopus that's been crocheted by a very close friend. So I thought I'd wear it today as it's a special event. What I'm going to do is read a book to you, and then I'm going to show you some rocky shore treasure that's described in the book. This is the book that I'm going to read to you this morning. It's called Bobby's Beach Day. It's written and illustrated by Sam Ball. She's a local on Alderney, and she also runs the local bookshop. So I'm really excited to read this to you guys today. She has given me permission, if you're wondering. So let's start. Okay, here we go. I've got some beautiful pictures in it to start with. Okay, here we go. This is little Bobby with short brown floppy hair. Today he was excited and jumped high up in the air. Bobby was very excited because it was a beach day. He ran upstairs to get some things and shouted out, "Hooray!" He and his mum packed the car, so full he thought it would burst. The drive was short, but not short enough. He wanted to get there first. Yeah, we all want a good beach spot, don't we? When they arrived, Bobby ran down the path with a bucket and spade in hand. He ran and ran and ran so fast until he reached the sand. The warm, fluffy sand started to cover and bury Bobby's toes. He tripped and fell straight into it and got sand in his mouth and his nose. Ooh, that's not great, is it? "Ah!" said Bobby as he cleaned his face with a towel. "I forgot how tricky this sand can be," he muttered with a growl. Bobby's mum handed him a beaker of warm blackcurrant squash. "This will take the taste away. It will give your mouth a wash." He found a nice jam sandwich too, and with every bite it crunched. It was full of sand but very sweet, so away he munched and munched. The bright yellow sun beamed down on the beach, making it hot on the softest sand. Up Bobby jumped and ran to the sea and splashed the cool water with his hand. Next, he built lots of sandcastles which looked wonderful and fit for a king. He soon grew a little tired of that and then remembered one last thing. His mum had bought him something new today, a bright green beach net. Bobby ran to his mum to get it. "You'll have fun with this, I bet." Bobby's mum watched him happily as he ran through the squelchy sand. His feet began to sink much deeper until he could hardly stand. Oh dear. When he made it to the pebbles, he tiptoed over the rocks. Some of them were very sharp. I wish I'd packed some socks. Or booties. Booties are really good to go on rocky areas. Or your wellies. He finally found the rock pools, but which one should I choose? He decided on the biggest one. With this he could not lose. He wanted to catch a wriggly shrimp to show off to his mum. But instead all he found was seaweed, and he felt a little glum. Oh no, that's awful. As he looked down in the seaweed, something was not right. Tangled up inside it was a small purse shaped like a kite. "Treasure!" thought Bobby, and held on to it really tight. Quickly he ran to show his mum. "She'll love it. What a sight!" The treasure was covered in spirals, so each one was so very curly. Each spiral was long and wiry, and ever so twirly-whirly. "That treasure is a shark egg," said Mum. This he thought was cool. "But where's the baby shark, Mummy? It's not inside at all." They hatch out of this little purse and swim back out to the sea. They leave behind this piece of treasure just for you and me. "Can I keep this treasure, Mum? Please, can I? "Yes, my dear, of course you can," she said as she walked on by. To collect the buckets, spades and towels to fill the back of the car. They walked back up the sandy path, which wasn't really far. Slowly the sun began to set as the beachy day came to an end. Bobby would treasure the shark egg forever and show it off to his friend. "Wow," thought Bobby sleepily, "if only we could stay. I really wish that every day could be a fun beach day." Oh, that's a great book. Oh, thank you, Sam, for writing that. We really read this so many times in our household. Now, in the book, it mentions Bobby finds a secret little piece of treasure. Here it is. You see it there? Now, this is a shark egg, and you do collect them and you find them on sandy beaches or rocky shore up in the strand lines or the drift lines. I've got some to show you today, which we thought would be exciting. Now, in our waters, that's UK and Channel Islands, there's about 21 different resident sharks, but in total there's 40, so we have some that come for the summer. Who doesn't? And with skates and rays, there's about 18. Now, of those all together, there's only about 13 species of shark and rays or skates that lay eggs, and I've got some to show you. So here's a really nice one. Can you see? If I put it against there, can you see? So here's one. This is a shark egg, a real one, a piece of treasure that Bobby found. Now, the inside bit, if you have to imagine a chicken's egg, so that's the egg capsule, that's where the lovely little baby shark would be. Now, for these ones, for this shark egg, it's actually a nurse hound. You see these? These are called the tendrils. And what the female shark will do is she'll usually develop about 30 of these and bundle them in a bag, like a sack, a big sack. And then she'll find a really big clump of seaweed and she'll just bind it out. So imagine this is like string and it's attaching. Now this little egg will probably stay in the water for about 8 or 9 months and the baby shark will develop inside and it'll be perfect. It'll be a tiny little perfect baby shark. And what happens is the shark will then pop out the end and swim off and do whatever it wants to do. Over time, obviously, it's empty. It'll fill with air and it'll float to the surface and then get moved about by the tides and the currents, and then they'll float and land on our strand lines or beaches, and that's usually where we find them. So like I said, this one is a nurse hound shark, and here's a lovely picture. Absolutely beautiful shark. These are really long, absolutely superb. I've got you another shark egg to have a look at. Excuse me. Now this is even smaller. This one is called, you see, a small spotted cat shark, and that's tiny. Look at that, but it still has tendrils. It's quite, if I show you compared to the nurse hound, like the sizes, there you go. So some of our shark eggs are different shapes, different sizes and different colours. Okay, so that's our 2 sharks. I've also got, they're called rays, but the ones in UK and Channel Island waters are known as skates. So these are sharks, well they're related to sharks I must say, but they're much flatter. So here is a thornback ray. There you go, if you know what I'm talking about. I've got one up there. That's a Mediterranean one. Well, actually it could be a tropical one. So here we go, here's a thornback ray and here's its egg. Can you see? Now this is different to the sharks that I just told you. So if you remember back, our cat shark and our nurse hound will produce, the female produce about 30 eggs. The rays, they'll only produce about 2 a year. So they're a little bit longer around 9 to 11 months, and they're a completely, like we said, different shape. If I go back to my lovely nurse hound, so you look completely different shape. Now this one, this thornback ray, can you see? It's very angular. The egg's here, and then we've got, these are called the keels, the sides, and it doesn't have tendrils, it has horns, and the reason for this is they sit in the sand. Like I said, the ray will only produce 2, sit in the sand, and they're a little bit like a snorkel, so there's some air, you know, being changed to that love. And again, the little stingray, perfectly formed, when it's ready, pop out, go and do its business. So that one is a thornback ray, and I've got you, oh, now this is a beautiful, love this ray, a blonde ray. Look at the picture there, absolutely stunning. And again, different shape, different size. Look at the size of that one. Now this one, not only is it different by its size, but the horns, the bottom ones, are much longer and curved. And you see, longer compared to the top ones. So yeah, so there's about 13 different types of sharks and rays that lay eggs. Now, if you're really interested in finding some, like I am, the best thing to do is you can go head down to your beach or rocky shore. You want to wear a pair of gloves, and then have a stick or something and have a look around the strand line. So it's all the bits of debris, because like we said, it's an empty egg that's been washed up on the shore. So where you think, right, that's been left there, I'll find that. Then when you get it, what you want to do is take it home and put it in a bottle of water or a cup of water overnight. And what this does, I can show you here, it's quite dried, isn't it? So if I put this in water overnight, it'll expand to its true size, and it's amazing how big these get. I put it in one of these. So the thornback ray that I showed you, I'd put this in overnight. I've just taken it out for this showing. And here's one that I've done as well. Here's one I prepared earlier. I think this is a cuckoo one. Now, if once you've got your egg and you've put it in water, you want to take some pictures. And you can either email them to me. My email address is marine@alderneywildlife.org. If you're really interested in identifying it yourself and uploading some records, there's an amazing charity in the UK called the Shark Trust, and they have a completely separate project on recording shark and ray eggs. And there's loads of downloads on there on like how to identify. You can email them themselves and they'll come straight back to you the answers, because they know their stuff. Now, a couple of things when you're on your rocky shore or beach looking for shark eggs. Remember to wear your gloves, like I said. If you want to do a little beach clean or, you know, litter spot in the strand lines, because that tends to be a lot where litter collects, that would be so helpful for the marine environment, you know, trying to keep it tidy. And the other thing we're having for our Wildlife Week, is a big challenge on if you this week can go down to the beach, find some bits on your strand line and make us a strand line sculpture or something that you've found on the beach, maybe some shells. I've got some to show you actually. Maybe you might want to make your sculpture or something out of this. Can you see what this is? This is a dog whelk elk cases. Can you see? Lots of little eggs from a dog whelk. You might even be lucky to find some limpet shells. No limpet, luckily. We've also got absolutely fabulous, of course I had to show this, we've got, you know, cuttlefish bone, so that's from the inside of a squid. And then, true to form, Channel Islands style, Alderney style, we've got our amazing ormer. So have a go. If you're not in Alderney and you happen to be near a beach or rocky shore within your 4 hours or, you know, more of exercise, you know, send us your pictures. It'd be really great to see some fantastic marine art sculptures. The other thing, if you're interested, whilst we're on the topic of challenges, the Wildlife Trust have their annual 30 Days of Wild, which is a challenge every day in the month of June. So if you're really keen on doing something different this year or new, have a look at that. I've signed up. I'm really excited. I think there's a mention of making butterfly cupcakes, which is what what we might be doing for ours. There's lots of colouring in things. I know there's a wildlife bingo, so you know, during this strange times, it might be nice to try something new and different with your family. So that's it. I've read the book, shown you some shark eggs, I hope, and some other bits that you can find. Like I said, drop me an email if you're interested. And yeah, good luck with your shark eggs, and stay safe. See you later.